war and terror in one crucial area, targeting terror cash. How do terrorists get funded, and could proper financial monitoring have stopped the 9/11 attacks cold? The man in charge of chasing the terror money brings us fresh details in a new book. Former Undersecretary of Treasury for International Affairs, Jan Taylor, joins you right now. Good morning to you, John. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you.
All right, let's talk about it as far as funding is concerned. How much terrorist funding did the U.S. stop after the 9/11 attacks?
In the first few months after 9/11, there was a tremendous effort. About 137 million right at that time, plus a lot of accounts that could have been used were stopped and frozen in those days, yes.
What, before 9/11, though? What about that?
Before 9/11, there wasn't much activity in this area. It really is one of those things that the world changed on 9/11, and suddenly people were cooperating with the United States, a tremendous diplomatic effort. The whole world got together, and 172 countries got together and cooperated with the United States to freeze these assets. Just amazing.
Do you think?
But beforehand, not much.
But do you think had there been more activity leading up to 9/11, the attacks could have been stopped in their tracks?
Well, I think attacks like that could have been prevented. Whether that particular one, you never know. But certainly since then, there's a lot of evidence that following the money and freezing the money like this has prevented damage and prevented attacks, yes.
How has terrorist funding itself changed since the 9/11 attacks? Did they become more sophisticated in going about getting the money?
Yeah, it's gone outside of the formal financial system a lot, outside the banks and the formal international financial institutions, and now more moving money through cash and informal means. So it's harder to track, but it's also harder for the terrorists to move the money around. So these actions are doing a lot of good, both for information and for stopping attacks.
But, in this book that you've written, the Global Financial Warriors, tell me, what is the most shocking thing you found?
Well, the most shocking thing is that there's charities around the world who have been supporting the terrorists, mainly inadvertently to the people contributing, and a number of those charities have been shut down, and the ones that are doing good works are continuing to function. That's probably one of the most amazing things that we discovered right away.
But you say these are charities that are, inadvertently funding the monies to those that are donating. I mean, are these big name charities that people in the United States might be donating money to, and who knew their money was going to terrorists?
No. Well, early on there was some charities that were discovered, but no big name charities really, but some in the Middle East. But it's really improved a lot. This cooperation internationally is what's another thing that I would say is quite amazing, is how many countries came together and supported the United States during this period.
How much more money is out there that we don't know about, you think?
Oh, lots of money. In fact, now the effort is more to try to follow the money and get information about Al-Qaeda and the other networks. But more effort needs to be put in place, and I think the new Congress could do a good job in supporting this effort to stop more of the money, and also to go after some of the banks that are supporting Iran and North Korea's activity. That can help a lot too. So,
John, you talk about there being a lot more money out there. Given what you know, how afraid are you of another attack on the U.S.?
Well, it is a risk, no question about it. We need to keep our vigilance up. We need to keep this war on terror going. It is a serious risk, and you get information about it through the financial system, and it's enough to worry you, no question about it. People ask me about the outlook for the economy. I'm an economist, and I frequently list as my #1 risk would be another attack.
Okay. Former Undersecretary of the Treasury, Jan Taylor, author of the new book, Global Financial Warriors. Thanks for weighing in. Appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.